party people. If you have practiced with me before, welcome back. Glad to see you again. If you have not practiced with me, welcome to my channel, Yoga with Paige. Today we have a little balancing flow. So we start to move with the breath, utilizing our breath to help us find balance, stability. A lot of times when we are working with the physical body, our mental state tends to mirror or start to coincide with our physical state. So we will be playing with that today. And we will be beginning in a comfortable seat. So whenever you're ready, grab your mat, unroll it, find whichever position feels the best to you, and let's get started. Starting in whatever position feels comfortable for the legs. We take an inhale and sit up nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back. Hands come to rest on the knees. Maybe closing the eyes here. Just taking a few breaths to check in with the mind, the body, the soul, the heart. And on the next inhale, we can blink the eyes open, taking the hands above the head, gazing up at the fingers. And on the exhale, twisting to the right, bringing the left hand to the opposite knee, gazing behind us. Sitting up nice and tall. And coming back through center, taking the hands, interlacing the fingers behind the back, pulling the shoulders down, opening the chest, preparing our bodies for this practice, preparing ourselves for the day. Pulling the hands away from the back, just opening up the chest. Taking a nice big inhale and gently releasing the fingers, exhaling and inhaling to lift the hands above the head. And on this exhale, we twist to the opposite side, whichever side you didn't do first. Not forcing anything here, just a gentle twist. And releasing, coming back through center. We will now be coming onto all fours in tabletop pose. Keeping the legs hip width apart. Inhaling, dropping the belly, gazing forward. And on the exhale, rounding through the back, grounding through the fingers and the tops of the feet. Starting to move with the breath here, opening the chest on the inhale, rounding on the exhale. Matching breath to movement one more time, each inhale and exhale. And meeting back in tabletop. And whenever you're ready, lifting the left arm to the sky, reaching it up, sending the fingertips to the ceiling. And bringing it underneath the shoulder, threading the needle. Using the right hand to press through the mat, opening up the shoulders. And gently coming back through tabletop, repositioning, finding our foundation, and then sending the left hand out in front and the right leg. Straightening the right leg, finding our balance here, already working with the balance. Extending, lengthening, and exhale, crunching knee to nose. If we can't make it there, that's totally okay. Inhaling to find length. And exhaling, crunching knee to nose. Elongating out through the crown of the head. And sucking the navel into the spine. And releasing back to tabletop. Maybe shaking it out a bit. And inhaling, coming back into cat and cow. Rounding the back on the exhale. Moving at your own pace with your own breath. Taking one more round and meeting in tabletop. And when we're ready, raising the right arm to the ceiling, reaching up, taking some of that air with you, bringing it underneath the shoulder, coming to lie on the right shoulder, grounding through the left hand, pressing away from the mat, using the opposition. And gently raising back up, extending the right arm and the left leg. Finding length, finding our balance, and exhaling to crunch. Inhale, extend, flexing the back foot, and exhale to crunch. And one more time, nice and long line from fingertips to toes, and crunch. Releasing back to tabletop. Tucking the toes on our next exhale, pressing through the hands, raising the knees about an inch or two off the mat, rounding through the shoulders, firming through the shoulder blades, sucking the navel in here, core work, igniting a fire in the belly, and releasing, sending the hips back up to the ceiling, walking the hands out, pedaling through the feet, massaging the feet, opening up the calves, the hamstrings, finding a little movement here in the hips, warming up the hips. And gazing at the hands, bending the knees, gently walking the feet up to meet the hands as slowly as we can. Keeping a nice bend in the knees, gently hanging over the legs, letting the head hang, shaking it yes or no. Maybe grasping opposite elbows, dangling here for a breath or two. Letting gravity do some of the work for you. And releasing the hands. Inhaling, lifting up to a flat back. Option always to come onto a block. If we would like, keeping the knees bent if we need to, whatever feels good to your body. And folding over the legs, planting the hands in front of the feet, stepping back into plank, lowering to the knees. Tucking the elbows into the sides and slowly, with control, lowering to the belly, releasing the forehead to the mat. And keeping the hands by the shoulders, pressing up through the hands for a gentle little baby cobra. Opening the chest and kissing the forehead to the mat on the exhale. Inhale, lifting the chest, baby cobra. And exhale, taking the wave back down. One more time, moving with the breath. And exhale, back down. Tucking the toes. If we want to lift onto the knees first. And then lifting into plank, sending the hips back for downward facing dog. Walking the feet, walking the dog. Walking your dog. Gazing at the hands. Gently walking the feet up to meet the hands. Folding over the legs. This time coming to a standing position, reverse swan dive. The head leads, arms out to the sides, bending the back. Head comes first, arms come, palms kiss together. Maybe taking a slight back bend here if that feels good. And palms come together at the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take a nice breath in and out. And gently releasing the hands, shaking the wrists out. Maybe moving the shoulders, opening up the shoulders. We're standing here in mountain pose. First, feeling the foundations of the feet, all four corners of the feet on the mat. Be shifting the weight to the left foot, taking the right knee, hugging the knee into the chest, giving it a nice little squeeze. And then opening the hip, taking the toes to the mat, or if we're getting a little crazy, taking the toes, the sole of the foot onto the calf. This is where we will stay today. Opening the hips for tree pose. Grounding through the foot, firming through the hips, the legs. Once we find our balance here, inhaling the arms above the head, making our tree branches, maybe swaying in the wind a little bit. Keeping a micro bend in that left knee. And gently releasing that knee, bending the left knee, taking the right ankle, crossing it over the left knee. If we would like to place the fingertips on the mat or use a block for balance, that's always an option wherever we're at today. Flexing the right foot, holding here. Maybe bringing hands to heart center, feeling how strong your legs are. And gently releasing the right foot, hip width apart. Keeping bends in the knees. Inhaling the arms above the head for chair. Sinking into the legs. Shifting weight back into the heels, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And exhaling, bringing palms together, rotating to the right side, bringing the left hand, the left elbow on the outside of the knee, gazing behind us. And folding forward, shaking the legs out. Slowly rolling up through the back. Ending with the shoulders. shifting the weight to the right foot, hugging the left knee into the chest, doing this on the other side. And opening for tree if we want to keep the toes on the mat or place them on the calf. Squaring our hips to the front of the mat, opening through the hips, pressing the legs apart. Inhaling the arms above the head, making our tree branches. Usually does help with balance, believe it or not. I know it looks kind of silly. And maybe we fall out of any of these poses. That is more than okay. I probably will as well. And releasing the arms, bending the right knee, taking the left ankle over the knee, using our props if we would like to help stabilize us for balance. Firming through the feet, utilizing all four corners of that right foot to find balance. Using our minds to balance us as well, using our breath. And releasing to the mat, feet hip width apart, bending the knees, inhaling the arms above the head for chair. Tucking the shoulders down away from the ears, feeling the strength in those legs. And exhaling, bringing palms together, twisting to the left side, gazing behind us. And slowly releasing, forward fold over the legs, shake them out a little bit. And again, bending the knees, slowly rolling up through the back, feeling every vertebra. Roll up, ending with the shoulders. And bending the knees, coming onto the toes for a little toe squat here. If we would like to keep the fingers on the mat for stability, or we can raise the hands if we have balance. This is a nice little massage for the feet, opening up the feet. And gently coming to sit on the sit bones, extending the legs out in front. And coming to lie down on the back. Bringing the right knee into the chest. Squeezing the knee into the chest, maybe holding onto the foot. And straightening the leg. Feel free to wrap a yoga strap, pulling the straight leg or a bent knee in the knee towards us, feeling it nice in the hamstrings. And gently releasing that leg, pulling the left knee into the chest. And straightening the leg. Raising both legs into the air, holding on to the ankles, wrapping peace fingers around the big toe, opening the legs for happy baby, finding a gentle rock here, massaging the lower back. And finding stillness. And gently rocking up or coming up, however is comfortable to you. If you are ready to go and in the mood to do some more yoga, I encourage you to do so. Check out some of my other videos. And if this is the practice for you today, I am honored to have been your guide. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, as always, comment down below. If you have any video suggestions you would like to see, comment those as well. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. And I thank you for showing up for yourself today. Showing up to the mat is the hardest part sometimes. I hope you feel a little bit more balanced, well-rounded, ready to take on whatever the day has for you. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.